Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 242 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. As usual, I always say this is time for you to use your word, your surplus. Your surplus is as important of you choosing on any stock to invest. That means as you are taking position, because risk is involved in any trading you are doing, either you are in cryptocurrency, you are into FS, commodity, future stocks, risk is involved. For that, you must start with your stop loss to protect your capital. That is why it's key, especially at this point that volatility has entered its extreme. You can see that every day we see market going up and down. But the beauty this morning is that market is going back to what to pray. No Silicon, no Valley Bank, no crash or no news that brought the market lower to where it before a rebound in the international market. That is one thing that should be a change for us this morning, because I see that market is trying to frame up in this matured economy, which is a good sign for what for the market today being the mid-week for the week. And for me, it tells you that things are having taken a shape gradually. Fear that have put the market in the red has started what kind of squeezing out gradually, and this has a lot of what the boldness of the of the government and the regulators of this bank in the international market to stand and say these banks are healthy, and also not only saying by mouth, they injected funds for you to know that yes, they bail these banks out, also made them stable for what for investment. And not only that, other banks are also acquiring this bank because they've seen potential of this bank, despite there was kind of a little crisis in this bank. They also see people that actually they are buying into their assets, taking the possession of this company by investing in them. They that these banks as well. Now that this crisis globally is slowing down, you now can see that the market across these different markets of the world in US as we speak now, market has opened higher, which is also good for the market. Also the same thing in Europe. That also in Asia, market is still very much in green. Only few indicators are in red, but I'll tell you for what we are saying is a good omen for the market this morning. If you come to Africa as we speak, Africa is also in that direction, also positive and mixed. I'll tell you that NGS after almost a straight 4 days of losses, we're seeing that today the market is rebounding. We know that yes, the price adjustment for dividend was not taken away, part of what I put the market down, and also sell off in some high cap stock in the down here in Nigeria. But globally, we're seeing confident coming back to the market, which is good, and also ahead of what the quarter end. Don't forget that anywhere in the world, quarter end is a period where most fund managers, institutions also try to also balance their account. And on that note, they try to make sure that they close higher than they open the quarter. Especially this year that opened on a positive note, but before this last month of the quarter, we saw a lot of intricacies of different information driving the volatility in the market. That I've said earlier that this has been the highest volatility we have seen, but now normalcy is very coming back. And this tells that as a trader investor, as people are taking advantage to take advantage of to buy into deep, because when you see market going to it's an opportunity for we traders to take advantage of what of that trend. For investors, they will panic, but for traders like us, after you are taking your profit at a good position, then when you see market going deep, it becomes opportunity for you to cash into that deep. And that's why I tell you that once you're able to understand the level where you're seeing stability in terms of what stability in terms of what support level for that movement, either in the index or individual stock, you need to understand your chart very well. That's why I said trading with technical analysis is very key for anyone that wants to trade successfully in the market, no matter the trend we are looking at, whether in up cycle market, a down cycle market, you must have your technical analysis to tell you exactly the pattern to follow, because in technical analysis you have different trends. Yes, if you are following a trend and you have all it takes for you to, I'll tell you, you make right decision at the right time. But while the others are still on the fence waiting, you have jumped into what to make money. That's why it is very important for me to always tell you that for you to be a successful trader or investor, you must know how to work to combine your fundamental and your technical knowledge. That is why in Investdata we have not stopped sharing knowledge on how to use the two together, and that is why the masterclass that is coming up also on Saturday here is for investors and traders to take advantage of such platforms, such opportunity to hear from the players in the market that are also adopting this technical and fundamental to make what to make money in the market. As well as market is now, I will tell you many people have cash out, many people also are taking position for what forward for money. That means I tell you, you must understand the market to know when to cash out and when to stay put and what and run with the trend. These are the things that we'll be sharing at this class. And that's why I say I will encourage every one of us that are on this platform at this hour to make sure that you make our time to be in that class. Because personally, I'll be looking at how to identify trends and patterns and also take advantage in a volatile market, especially now that well, our election has come and gone. Opportunities are being created by this expected incoming government and also the Q2 we're entering with the expectation of Q1 number. Despite we expect that the Q1 number will be missed, there are opportunity for us to cash in. That means you as investor or trader need to catch into this opportunity and others also be telling us how also to discover the sectors and industries where they see that the policy shift we're expecting is going to impact those sectors positively, and for you as an investor so that you can take advantage of this work or this for you take advantage of it, that it will now go a long way for you to know exactly what to do at the right time. That's why you need to position well in those stock before others come in. As I say, buying deep is for those that understand the market. Why those that are fearful at time, because you that know where you get to a level and jump into that level and hold your stock. When the market return up again, you see that as others are coming, you already take position. That's why you must understand how to do your tech analysis, because I've seen that trend is already giving us a pattern or telling us a sign that trend will likely turn. Yes, I tell you that you can't catch a falling knife, but as you speak, there's already a sign that what we are seeing on the down trend is likely to slow down very soon. And we say that what is next is going to look up. And it is not all the market that will look up, it's not all the sector, but individual stock and sector will do that. And how do you identify those that? That is why the person that is going to have to discover these sectors and what to do. And not only that, it's going to tell you the stock you're going to pin down your money to. That is why it's a master class. It's not where you just come and go. No, you must understand why that. Because after the class, we want you to take action. That's why I want to see you at this class. It's very, very important so that we can also agree on a thing and also we go out and act it out. It's very, very important. Yes, that's why that the risk flow in the market have slowed down, and I tell you that things are trying to look up in the financial market, market across the globe. And if it happens, that will be a plus for our own market here, because I tell you, if the G7, the leaders of the world are also taking steps to make that what is happening in Russia and Ukraine subside, and that will also be a boost. We saw that oil price has rebounded powerfully this period from Monday to date this week, almost coming back to almost $80. It tells you that something is being because of U.S. Crude oil shortage. They want to the inventory as fall. That because of their inventory has dropped, they need to also repair. And not only that, the positive outlook now for China for demand for this crude being the second largest economy, and also the largest economy US demanding for this. You can see these are why the price are also going up at this price at this point. For me, these are the things. But the good thing is that as dollar is crashing, it is also there that it's going to help the commodity market. As now dollar is becoming weak. If dollar is weak, it has an impact on the positive thing for commodity. That means consumption will increase. If these are things we are looking at, I believe that with what we're expecting the incoming government and also the earnings we're seeing, we need to see how we can marry this and also make informed decisions that this period that yes, all eyes have shifted away from election, we're looking at what will come after May 29. And not only that, for that May 29, how can I position? Which companies am I seeing in a sign? Because I tell you what really drives price is what when you see a company earning that is looking up, you see a price looking up, you see volume looking up, and it's that you see a positive momentum. When you see all this in in one stock or in a sector, then there is something in for that sector. It's only a matter of time to start manifesting. That's why you need to understand how to do your technical analysis. Only market you are trading, either like I mentioned earlier, either you are trading in Wall Street, you are trading NGS, you are trading in Ghana market, you are trading in EU, anywhere. Chart is chart because it tells you the sentiment and the perception of the people in the market, how they react to this information. All these mixed trends we are seeing from Monday to yesterday. This morning we are seeing a positive tweet for me. It's a good omen for the market I've said earlier. And that is why I will encourage us to continue to work to position right and be in stock that has all it takes to give us cash. And with all this cash, we need to make profit in our position. That is why we are in the market. Every investment is for what is for a purpose. And that purpose is for us to be a winner. And I believe that as you attend this common master class, I'll tell you 5 stocks that will be given for capital return other 5 again, so that you get see how you can take advantage of this. But it's not that you must invest in all those 5. Out of the 5, if you have one to put in 2 or 1, go ahead and put and work and wait for bomber harvest. That is how to invest. Don't do that because 5 stock you must spread your money. No, I will tell you, you must also learn how to manage this. I know that technically we're going to also discuss in that class what you do to know that yes, you must bail out at this point, especially when you know that this capital that you are trading, it is your source. You need to work, protect it so that when market is up and down, you already have cash to play it at up and down. You are in and down to exit at up, come down again. You must have capital to, no matter how intelligent you are, how confident you have in your trading. If you don't have cash in the market, you don't have money in the capital in the market, you can't benefit from the market, no matter the opportunity the market is providing. That's why at any time as a trader, you must have keys or tools to protect your fund so that you can be able to trade in different market cycles and make profit. Yes, quick one. Before we go into looking at the live market, I want to really look at what has happened in our market yesterday till now, especially after the market has closed yesterday. We saw numbers coming from different industry yesterday. We saw the one that came from the consumer goods. PZ third quarter was great to the market. We saw also toward the end of the day, market had closed. We saw Zenith Bank, long awaited number finally hit the market yesterday. And these numbers for Zenith Bank came in missed wide out of PZ was, for me, it's an impressive number that also give investor an insight where they're going. Yes, there's also there's a kind of information that they also they dispose part of their property in Ikoyi to show in that number for PZ. But we have seen consistent kind of movement. Despite that, in that previous year 2022, we saw that also they sold part of their property, which also they paid a good dividend of 1 naira 1 kobo. This time again, we are seeing that earnings has also improved. I also likely support even more than that they paid. But we've already seen where this company is going in terms of performance. But like I tell investors that when you know that the company number is being supported by either one external extra item, you need to also be very careful. You know how to work to position and partake in that, and also when to exit. That's why I said you must have your entering and exit strategy. Any stock you are entering, any market you are trading, because you must trade your plan. If you're not trading your plan, you are guessing the market or you are full bad wagon. Your plan will tell you the kind of stock you should invest because you know the kind of source of your fund. That's why you must have plan in anything you are doing in the market. Don't just follow bad wagon. Let your plan guide you, and sort of a fund also tell you where you should put your money because you know you want to meet some responsibility or meet some target at a given time. Yes, for PZ Q3 number that was released, I would say this number, like I said earlier, the revenue moved from 74.54 billion to 87 billion. That's about 17% up in the grade. Good one. But because of the what I mentioned, property that was sold, we saw that the PAT stood at 11.21 billion against 5.64 billion. That's almost 100% up, 99%. And you see that almost about 5 billion in addition to rental income brought about almost 6 billion. When asked to what happened in 2022, you can see that it's more of that has boosted this company, in gross bottom line. But good is that their top line was up, but I can tell you more of what supported the PAT because of that property. So don't forget that the era we are now era of what of slow down in terms of consumption because of people losing income. But we're seeing this number. That's why you need to be make it clear for you that what boosted the PAT was what the property disposed, so that you have it at the back of your mind. So that if you're entering this kind of stock, you know what to do and exactly what to want to leave the stock. Then that translates to about 2 naira 80 kobo earning per share against 1 naira 42 that were posted in 2022. And this also, if you look at the profit margin for this period, it stood at 12.88% against the 7.5% in 2021. For me, this is also a good one that I can see that improvement in terms of the profit margin. That means in every 1 naira of their revenue, about 12 kobo or 13 kobo, about every 1 naira, about 13 kobo also good for me. And you know what it is for manufacturing company to have such. And I told you what has supported it so that and also they are, if you look at the company operating cash flow, yes, we saw a drop of the cash flow from almost 10.8 billion in 2021 to around 3.78 billion Now you can see for we analysts can look at why would it cash flow drop. Is that a result of factoring in their operating capital? You need to look at it. That's why I said you as investor or trader, you look at this number to tell you is the cash flow is going to support this uptrend or the earnings we are seeing in the profit and loss account. If not, you gradually know how to exit your position. If you are in the next quarter, you are seeing a turnaround and it becomes positive to support you, fine. But this one is not a negative one, but we are seeing a sharp drop from 10 point something billion to 3.78 billion for the quarter. This is a good number looking at what the top line and the bottom line and EPS that support the payout because every investor is saying the word company EPS because that is determine what to come as a dividend. As I calculate now, if they are having 2.8, that means at the end of the year, not less than 3 naira, 20 kobo or 340 should become should be forecasted. And if it happens, they expect that 1 naira, 50 kobo or 1 naira, 40 kobo is possible because they pay 1 naira, 1 kobo in their last. That means these are the things that you should also be looking at as a trader investor. Then we'll also quickly look at that Zenith Bank result that came yesterday. This number is an eye opener tool for investors to see, to know what they're going to expect in the remaining ones. You can see that Stanbic IBTC number, yes, we have seen that if you look at it very well, it's far different from what we're seeing in Zenith Bank. And Zenith Bank also, if you look at the number, like I said, that is missed, but it tells you that this bank has done, in its own call banking business, has done well, and because of other things, and also the territory where they're operating, looking at their position in Ghana, these are the things that also have shaped the price, and also the provision they made for non-performing loan or what we call a bad asset or financial non-performing instrument has also impacted the number in this way. But I tell you, good that the top line was sustained, with the two-digit, figure that is higher than inflation as we speak. Our inflation is about 21.91, while it's about 24% up. For me, it's a good one. But on the bottom line, which is the profit data to have a slight decline about 8.4%. Yes, if you look at the bank gross earnings for the period, it moved from 765.56 billion to 945.5 billion. This is about 24, which I said earlier, and also a slight decline in the profit after tax, 244.56 to 223.91. And if you go and look at the company, interest income, there's a great movement from 427.6 billion to 540.2 billion for the period, which is a good one. And if you look at also the trading gain, and now that the bank is also going or is going to go into a holding company, meaning that we want to see how that going to impact their bottom line. Because here, from what we're seeing now, their core business banking activity, we have seen this. If they go into a holding company, we are seeing the impact of holding company on others like FBN Holding, Stanbic, and also FCMB. We are seeing the GT Bank. After they've gone to holding, how the new transition brought them back to a level before now they start finding their feet. But to see this final result, to see whether GTB has finally find their feet or they are still going front and back. For assets, we know that assets is holding company but newly, but because also their continued expansion, we have seen that that have not reflected on their bottom line, but on the top line, we have seen to show that the expansion into new market also is contributing to the gross end of that. But would that sustain the bottom line? We also look at when the number comes to the market. But for me, Zenith Bank on their core business of banking, they've done well. And now, if you look at the rate, no interest rate has impacted on their what on their interest come. Even when also we saw a little increase also in the interest income expenses. But for me, it's a good one. Even the balance sheet look very robust and strong for Zenith Bank because going forward we will see here more of the position. If you look at the trading gain, it stood at 212.68 billion against 167.5 in 2021. These are not board. The provision here was what really, like I said earlier, provision of 123.3 billion against 59 in 20. You can see more than almost 100% in terms of more than 100% in terms of what in terms of provision. This also affected the bank board, the profit after tax at the end of the day, and also tax increment, and also don't forget all these have the way of playing out what in the bank. But what also surprised me that if you look at this bank profit margin, okay, the profit margin also dropped from 31.5%, 31.95% to 23. You can see that it is a cost, expansion. And don't forget that what happened in Ghana, the bank was not spared because it has operation there, and also it's possible also because of investment there. Which they also, you can see they make provision in this year. It's part of that, and you can see how it also affected their profit margin. And any purchase to that 7 naira 14 kobo against 7 naira 78 kobo in the previous year. But the good thing is that if you look at the operating cash flow, despite it's a bank, I would say that the operating cash flow improves tremendously to about 1.18 trillion for the period against around 386.5 billion in 2021. This is telling that the bank is solid and liquid. That is why I tell you that when it comes to banking sector, you have to know that they are liquid, that as they are declared dividend, they are paying immediately. It tells you that company like UCAP, you can see companies that are liquid, they don't waste time to do your dividend. It's part of knowing the strength of the company. Not those that will give you dividend, it takes another 6 months. Say that kind of company is not liquid, and they need to also put in without before. For me, these are the things we also look at. And the dividend also stood at 2 naira 90 kobo against 2 naira 80 kobo final they paid in 2021. But now in 2022 they are paying 2 naira. That means that altogether we are seeing a total dividend of 3 naira 20 kobo in 2022 against 3 naira 10 kobo. There's, you can see that it was marginal growth in terms of payout, around 3 point something percent of net of growth in payout. Yeah, this is small, but the missed number is what we have. But I believe that from investor perspective, looking ahead to see their Q1 will tell you. But for those that are invested for dividend, it's about 11.6% yield as at 25 naira when it closed yesterday. This morning, I think that the market is always looking at the work that's like around 25 naira 60 kobo. I think that you also look at as investor when investing in all this stuff, because either you are there for dividend or you are there for work for capital appreciation. For me, it's a good time that market also try to rebound at this moment after we have seen correction from the peak of 55,984. We are seeing it market coming down, but today we are seeing a kind of a rebound on the strength of what position taking, reacting to what to the earnings. Yes, we saw that of one result that came, despite that the previous year was negative, but the last one that they were released for for 2021, we saw the company coming back to profit, but need to also try to play with caution. But I believe that as we speak now, there is positive momentum for that stock. That is why you can see that the stock are more the stock that are gaining this morning. Yes, we go back to the market live to see what the market is doing at this point. Look at the market now. Say the market is up with almost get more than even around 0.98%. Quickly look at what the market is doing now. Market is trading is doing 50 53,564.07. Market is up by 439.44, up by 0.8. Market is up to almost this point now. For me, it's a good one. The market is remaining the at this hour, and we're having a 13 gainers against what? Against 8 losers. Market is in positive again. That means the index that we're looking up is also seeing it on the bread. Like the life of Dangote is part of what is supporting us. That is what put the market down yesterday. When we come to the chart, we look at it very critically to see how the market is rebounding, due to the sustain. Then if we go to the top losers out of the 9, we're seeing that Vital Food is leading in that part, followed by Me and Baker. Then we can see HM Cocoa, Lasaco and what and Sterling Bank. These are the ones at this point. Then if you look at the gainer start, we're seeing Owando leading that part, followed by Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement is almost gaining 5% this morning. Then Owando is also on the top, almost 8.something% this morning, followed by Custodian Investment. We're seeing a chance and what and Transcorp. Transcorp almost doing 146 at this point. This is a good news for the market. Let's also look at the volume traded. The volume traded so far, in terms of volume, is led by Transcorp. Transcorp is doing 44.71 million shares traded to trade around 1 naira 46 kobo already. Most touching the people. Look at the chart to see what is happening there. Also, we have seen the GT that come back to 25 naira 10 kobo, 16.78 million shares traded so far. Zenith Bank 25 naira 35 kobo as we speak at this hour. That's also a good thing for about 15.9 million share traded so far. UBA 8 naira flat at 9.6 million share, and QTs at 22 naira 21 kobo 7.15 million share traded so far. For me, this is a good news for the market. Quick one, we'll go back to what to the chart to look at. Our chart have showed us what the market is doing. Like I said, we traders are looking at what to buy into the dip, and market was at market dip. We are looking at where is the strong support level for us to trade. Market did that something is happening, profit taking and panic selling, and at the same time, high price stock also losing a price, expressing a sell-off has also put the market down to this level. But it's a good thing that we're seeing a green here at this hour, a sharp green chart we're seeing here, or candlestick already here, which is a good one for me. That shows that the market is going somewhere as we speak. Quickly call up our indicators to see what the indicators are telling us. Here, go straight to our moving average, money flow, as usual, money flow. I see our moving average is at T line. We want to joke with it. That T line is the blue line. Then finally, we call up our MACD. We need to look at our MACD. What's our MACD saying? Yeah, that's why it's a lag indicator, but it gives you a lot of information to also choose. Yes, this is the market at the speak now. You can see that I told you earlier that when you see that the index action or price action is far from the T line, there's always a force that wants to bring it closer to the T line and break that. Now, we are seeing that the market tried to rebound this morning. Where it is now, you can see this green here. Yes, the volume this morning is not much at this hour, but money flow is also looking down seriously on the daily chart. But because it's a daily chart, we want to look at 1 hour chart and 15 minutes chart. What is it happening on the market? In the last 1 hour, in the last 2 hours, I can see what the market is still maintaining green, but still below the T line, as we speak. And our money flow is looking up here. You can see that fund in the market on the 1 hour chart reading around 58, 59, and we're seeing also a sign here that the MACD histogram telling us that bull is underway. You can see that when you see this blue one cross the red one, you can see it on the 1 hour chart. That is why you must know so that it will give you a clue to still watch the market. On the 1 hour chart, we are seeing a positive chart for the market. I quickly look at 15-minute chart before we go to another stock to look at. The 15-minute market is almost crossing the T line. You can see it here. There, the market is still strong. You can see that the money flow is almost 74, and MACD, the main word, is on the bullish trend. Now you can see it here. MACD is already coming back. Before it was coming down toward to the bearish side, but now you can see that so much returning back to what the bearish. For me, the market is having a good trend despite the missed one. Yes, you will know that market is already in a bearish momentum, but we're seeing the market trying to come out from that state, and that will be a good one for the market. Once this earnings were expecting influence the market positively and break out, that will be very nice as we speak. Quick one, I want to quickly go back to the market. Let's look at what is happening in transport at this morning. We are seeing a volume and also the price of return. This is a company that I said it earlier that they delayed their result even when the board has approved it. Till now, I have not shared anything, but let's see what is it telling us now. We saw a nice performance from subsidiary, which is the hotel, but the further transport we have not seen. Now you can see that a sharp positive bullish candle here surpassed the one they got around 147. This morning, the traded around the 150 as we speak now. Stock trading at 150. But I think this for a long time, I hit that price. And you can see that the money flow is looking at slightly, but around 75 on the daily chart. But MACD is strongly bullish at this hour. You can see it here. And money flow is going down a little. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for this transport. Transport 1 hour chart still very, very strong. We're seeing money flow almost 98, and the MACD becoming sharper and stronger. Good one for the stock, and whether the news is coming. Don't forget that have less than 2 trading days for the month to end, and that is where you will need to submit the result. Even those that are giving some postponement, it will not last more than what the first week of of April. But I believe that this is a good one to see. Let's also look at how Zenith market is trying to Zenith Bank to speak now. Look at Zenith Bank and that has come, and we'll now see what are we expecting from GT. As market still looking the way of GT, we also look at that also as we speak now. Let's quickly look at know, Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, you can see this is a 1 hour chart. In the last 2 hours, you can see that the stock has maintained a good one, almost back to almost 25 naira 95, but almost 6 naira back again on the 2 naira 90 dividend declared. That's why the number was missed. You can see how the chart can tell you. You can see that there was a leap here this morning. You can see in the 1 hour chart, you can see what has happened. As market has opened by 10, you can see that there's positive trend in the stock, and volume is also coming out as we speak. Even above average traders volume. Look at where the black line is now. It's a good one. And money flow is picking up. And this is a 1 hour chart for the stock. And look at a day chart for the stock. Powerful, good one also. You can see that money flow is giving almost 45 back to 50. And this is a good sign that the stock is heading somewhere. As far as the stock is heading somewhere, we need to just hold on and see where the stock will go from here. And for those that are income investor, find who your position and take your dividend. But for those that are traders, you know what to do at this moment, so that you know what to take action at and what to do. But don't forget that numbers are very, very important, and they tell you chart is telling very that the numbers are, despite that it was missed, market is having positive reaction. Finally, look at GT code before we call it a day. GT code is the next. We have seen that also GT code have created a kind of so GT code today has crossed the T line. Oh, you can see it here now, trend above the T line slightly good, but money flow is still looking down. But MACD is almost becoming bullish. You can see that let's use MACD. You can see sign that this histogram here telling us where MACD is going. And despite that money flow is looking down to trade around 33, we expect that when results come, see reversal as we are seeing also in Zenith, depending on their number and their payout. If we see a bit out there in terms of performance, their number that will also support the chart of the world of GT code. On this note, I will say thank you for your time. See you next week. Tomorrow, by God's grace, and Thursday, we'll be having live class. We're preparing for our master class on Saturday. For that, what to use tomorrow and Thursday to put everything together for the master class. You can still have opportunity to still register between now and that Friday evening around 12 midnight to do registration. You are free to register and join us and hear from the expert. On that note, I say see you on Monday, hopefully by God's grace. Bye.